Hi everybody, I'm Zilla Blitz and welcome to our continued campaign game with SGS Okinawa, the World War II operational level game where you can take charge of the US forces and invade Okinawa in World War II, or play the Japanese and defend the island. We decided to take the US to invade the island. We're about 5 weeks into our campaign now. We'll do a quick update of what's happened so far, and then we'll set our objectives for this episode, and we will drive forward. Now, our last episode was pretty good. If we look at the control here, with the blue being our controlled areas and the red being the Japanese control areas, the last week-long episode focused on this southern half of the island, where the majority of the Japanese defenders and their strongest defenders reside. We were able to set up a second beachhead on near Naha Airfield and push down this peninsula, capturing Itoman West and then Itoman East over here. We've got kind of a line of US troops advancing this way. However, I don't think we have enough forces really to go much farther, and we were stymied trying to take Gisushi here in the central part of the island. However, also, we had good luck breaking through the Shuri Line, which is a Japanese very hard defensive line that runs from Naha here all the way down this ridge line to Yonbaru West and Yonbaru East. We punched through there. So our goal for this episode, in short, I think, is to take Gisushi and link this beachhead on the southern half of the island with our breakthrough forces on the Shuri Line, and then try to tighten the noose here on the Japanese forces that are holed up in the Shuri Line. If possible, I'd like to make some advances in Naha. We took Naha West. Naha Center, Naha South, and Naha East, perhaps, or North, still remain to be taken. Also, down here, far away, we have the saga of Tsungenjima, where some Japanese trees are defending the island pretty tenaciously. We sent 2 battalions, army battalions, to try to take it in the last episode, and they were rebuffed. So we're going to have to land them again. This time we're going to bring in some air power to see if we can help knock out the trees. To be fair, I think the trees called in some reinforcements. I think they have a machine gun nest there too. And we still have the mystery of the Ryukyu Islands. I don't know how we're going to get that. And nothing to be stopped here. We have to do all of this with our absent U.S. battleships. That's right, because our U.S. battleships disappeared like 3 weeks ago. We have no idea where they went, but they have not provided support for us in this scenario. So we're doing this the hard way without the Navy, just the Air Force and our ground forces here. With that being said, it's the 3rd of May, 1945. We got some work to do. I'm going to jump in and get started with our air and naval bombardment. In this turn, my hope is that we can break through further towards Gisushi with these forces down here. Maybe I might send a couple battalions to see if we can gobble up some of this territory here, because I think it might be lightly defended. We're going to try to retake the trees as well, but I'll get busy. We'll move all this stuff. We'll set up our air forces. We'll move our forces, and then we'll carry out attacks. So see you in a little bit. Here we go. Let's take a look at our attacks. We got a lot going on this turn. We're attacking the trees down here in Tsungenjima. Hopefully we can push those off and take that island there. Down up here and then kind of the southern end. We've expanded just a little bit, but we need more troops because we have holes in our lines here. We can see there's a hole there. There's a hole here. There's a hole over here. We are attacking hard on these troops here in Gisushi, hoping to pull them out with some air support. So we have a lot of U.S. forces kind of moving forward to try to take that, but I'm a little concerned about this armor and infantry here, that they might be able to push through this relatively thin line here. To that degree, we are sending some Marines that we had back down here on this part of the island that were coming back from the campaign in the north. So we've sent them to the boats. We're going to reroute them back up here to the island up here. So bring some more reinforcements up here, because we do need to strengthen that line. The other way we could do that, however, is by the troops that have pushed through the Shuri Line here. And we are expanding in force down here, trying to make a line from Gisushi here down here. We haven't quite closed the noose, and we need to take Gisushi to do it. And also pushing a battalion down here to this kind of edge of the island, see if we can make some ground up over here too. We are attacking the Shuri Line quite hard as well. We've got an air bombardment coming on Naha Center, but we're not pushing our ground troops in. We are attacking this Naha, I think it's Naha North perhaps, with a lot of battalions. See if we can push them out of this part of the city there. And then we are attacking in force on this end of the Shuri Line, because I would like to make this channel 2 areas wide, so it's going to be harder for the Japanese to cut us off if we can. We got some air attacks coming in some other places. Let's get started with our attacks here and see how these go. So let's see if we can take Tsungenjima to start here. Here we go. U.S. Marines versus the trees. The trees are half damaged. Let's go. They did build a sand, but yes, we've eaten the trees. That's great. Now let's fight. The Air Force took the trees out. Got it. Victory, United States. Our battalions have beaten the trees. Now let's go to Naha Center. Let's take a look at some of these. This is our Air Force, because I want to see how strong this bunker is. It's 75% strength, so 6 of its 8 points left. I would like to beat that down quite a bit. That's the large bunker. They have a small bunker and trenches here. There's a lot to hit here. Nice. We hit the large bunker and the small bunker. Keep it up, Air Force. We're diverting a lot of Air Force here, but only one little reduction there. Naha North. This is a big battle for us. Let's see if we can get in here. Uh-oh, yeah. We're not going to win this, are we? There was a comment by Bradley Rogstad who said, maybe if we play the Code Talkers, it'll actually fix the bug with the battleships. So they're not doing us any good anyway, so we'll just try it there and see what happens. Now, the odds are we're going to lose this battle. 53% chance we're going to get defeated here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's a nasty bunker. Okay. And they've got artillery and everything. This, yeah, we're probably going to... The mines are going to explode. More damage. We're probably going to do 1 or 2 and then retreat here. I feel like we're going to have some pretty hard losses here. Oh, we hit that bunker 4 times, though. Let's keep going. We can knock that bunker out. I feel like that's the linchpin of the defense right here, this big, large bunker. Maybe we can get it. Oh, yes! All right, Japanese side is routed. Mobile units retreat. We knocked the bunker out, and that wiped them out. Japanese Empire is pursued. Let's put on the hits. Yes! Excellent. Now, it depends on where they went, but we'll figure that out. Gisushi is our other big battle. That was a big one for us. I didn't think we were going to win that. The odds were against us. Now, we should get this one, right? We've got 1 armored battalion here of Japanese tanks. We've got our tanks here and our Air Force. Let's finish these tanks off there. Our Air Force put some damage, wiped out a few of the tanks. That's good. Wiped out the tanks. Yes, pushing them to retreat. I think that means, let's hit them more. They retreated from battle. And we can advance past them. I think we definitely want to do that, but not with everybody. I want to leave some forces here in Gisushi. So we'll send these 2 forces. I think this is how this works. I think we can send these 2 and have them continue on. How do we do that? Breakthrough. Oh, there we go. So we did it. I figured it out. We moved our armor and 2 battalions forward to try to chase that armor around here, because that, I think, will lead us to a link up on this turn. Okay, I'll take a look at these and see which ones are interesting. Most of these might be just minor air attacks. Here is our push-through attack, trying to finish off this Japanese armor. That would be good. -1. Yes, pursued. We get to hit him again. Nice. We have really pounded those Japanese tanks. That's excellent. This one is a big one. The southern end of the Shuri Line. Strong defenses. We put a lot of hits on the tunnels and the bunkers because we've been hitting them with air power for quite a while here. Beat the bunker up again. Let's see if we can knock these bunkers and tunnels out. That would be a huge one for us. Oof, that didn't work. Mines are going to explode. Now, let's see if we can... We've got to push through here. Chances are 80% that we win. Come on. Yes, we got the bunkers and the tunnels. That's good. And these Japanese ground forces are pretty badly beat up here. Maybe this will swing it to our side. A lot of air power here, too. Boom. Yes, Japanese Empire retreated from battle. That's good, because now we can just contain them, make that channel too wide, and just tighten the noose on those defenders in the Shuri Line. This was a good turn for us, I think. Our planes head back, and look at that. We have got a network all the way from Gisushi, which we just took, down here. We've cut off this. Now, this is it's pretty tenuous, right? We don't have a strong hold here. We've got thin lines and stuff like this. Our front lines here are pretty weak, and there's some Japanese forces here. So I suspect they might mess around with us now and try to counterattack here. We're just going to have to do our best to hold and see if we can piece together things. I might even pull us back a little bit here to tighten this line up, because what I'm thinking we can do is just hold the line here towards that side of the island and then just crank all of our forces down here to try to do as much damage as we can on the Shuri Line. But taking Naha North was huge. That was a big one for us. And then taking this other end of the Shuri Line here was good. And cutting all the retreat paths off for the units that were in the Shuri Line. Because I suspect what might happen is these units were going to try to retreat through this up into these tunnels over here. So it might make it a lot easier for us as we go forward here. And if we look up here, Japanese Empire went from 89 to 80 units left. So good progress. We've got a victory point total of 63 to 22. Yeah, things... I mean, fingers crossed, but I feel like we're doing pretty well so far in this turn, too. We did not move any air units because there are no Japanese units there. Replacements. We can get 2 replacements. I will leave it until we run out. That makes sense. So let's figure out our replacements here. I think we have quite a few casualties that we need to... We're burning through them faster than we can replace them now here. Here's one down here. Naha North, they got beat up, so we'll give them some replacements. Anything else that needs replacements here? Ooh, we got a lot at half strength. And anything else down here? 1 to 3. Wow, these are a lot. We've got almost all of our forces now are somewhat messed up. 1 to 3, 1 to 1. Wow, we really are. Most of our units are down to kind of 50% strength or less. Let's prioritize the Marines, right? Because they're a little bit stronger. So let's find our Marines that are half strength and see if we can give them a little bit more firing power back here. Yeah, most of them are the army units that are beat up, actually. Let's just do this one down here, which is... where is it? I'll figure it out. Right here, this one. Grid 3815. So that'll spend our 2 replacements. We have 4 left. We'll leave that turn in. Let's see what the Japanese do. Alright, so that's their results. It's their card. I'm curious to see if they push through here. I suspect they will. Oh, they're counterattacking on the Shuri Line here. What do they got? 1 battalion, a very strong battalion, hitting 2 army battalions defending. They got some other stuff, some artillery coming in here too. Let's see if we hold. We didn't. We took a beating there. Okay, we hit them a little bit and hit them. We're going to fight a little bit more here. Yep, let's fight some more. Let's hold. Victory United States, and we took them down by 25%, so that's good. Enough of that. So maybe they're getting a little bit desperate in that Shuri Line. I figure anytime they venture out from those defensive positions, that's good for us, right? So that brings us there. We now go aerial reconnaissance, aerial photographs. You can examine 1 hidden enemy stack anywhere on the map. That's actually pretty helpful because sometimes it's hard to know what the defense is like in some of these places. I might actually spend that on Naha Center here to see if we can figure out what's going on there. But we have a hole here to try to plug up too. But yeah, that was pretty good. Let's draw our card. That was our card draw. And we should go to reinforcements. What do we got here? Depot we don't need. Obstacles. Yeah, I don't think we need either of those right now. We'll just skip that. Air and naval bombardment. Let's see if that fixed kamikaze takes 1 hit. And nope, battleships didn't show up. So it was a good idea, but it didn't work. I thought maybe that Code Talker's card would trigger that. Well, actually, that wasn't my idea. It was Bradley's idea. But it was worth it anyway, because the card wasn't doing us any good anyway, because we don't have any naval firepower. So providing a bonus to naval firepower, we might as well use it and see if it does something. All right. So let's get going here now. What are our goals for this turn? I think our goals for this turn really should be to solidify this line here somehow. We have to kind of get this line all tightened up. We don't want to give up ground here too. And then start to divert some troops here to gobble up these uncontested areas so that we really just get this Shuri Line down to these... Wow, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positions left. We might also attack Naha Center hard, but I think this is going to be more a consolidation turn than it is going to be an aggressive attacking turn. I might also try to funnel some battalions over here to see if we can get them marching through this. What is this? Chinen Peninsula to try to... Because I don't think that's going to be very heavily defended. I think we can take that pretty easily just by sending some troops through that. So we might do that too. Anyway, we'll get busy here. We'll take a look at what happened after we get our air assets allocated and then move our troops around. We're back. A lot of stuff going on. We are pounding this kind of enclave here of the remnants of the Shuri Line. Now that we've kind of chipped away at the edges here, open up a 2-wide channel, we're going to attack again down in here hard. And then we've devoted kind of air assets to hitting every single unit in here. I think I want to get a sense. The air units help you to see what's there, and I really want to pound them here and just try to wipe this out, because I feel like if we can knock this out relatively quickly, 1, this is the thing that gives them a victory point each turn, and 2, I have a feeling that a lot of their remaining reserves of the 80 units that are left? Yeah, 80 units. I wouldn't be surprised if a good 20 or 30 of them are up in here. And that would leave us to deal with this chunk of the island here. We were able to break a pretty broad channel in here, kind of shooting those units past the Shuri line down here. And I think the rough plan now for this is going to be to take this chunk of these Marines and Army forces here, have some of them sweep this peninsula, the Chinen Peninsula down here, send the rest over here to Gushichang to try to take this supply depot. And if we can do that, I think then we can draw basically a circle right around this final redoubt here, which that seems to be the next move, is try to isolate these troops and then finish them off if we can, while we kind of putting a lot of forces here on the Shuri line. But our only big attack really per se is down here on this end of the Shuri line, which might be a little bit ambitious. I don't think we've done a very good job of pounding those bunkers yet, so we might lose there, but I feel like I want to keep the pressure up on them here. A lot of air assets in different places too. Other than that, not too much. I'm trying to figure out how we're ever going to take this, and I hope it doesn't hinge on the battleships, right? Because we don't have them anymore. But anyway, that's our land movement. Let's get our attacks going here. Naha Center, we've got some air attacks. Let's take a look at that one, because that might be kind of an interesting one. So the bunker's at 5/8 strengths right now, and that's the thing we really want to pound. So let's see if we can get some more luck here hitting that bunker. Everybody missed. Lots of red in the middle there. There we go. There's another hit. Nice. If we could knock out that small bunker, that would be nice as well. Nice. Got the small Japanese Empire, this Victory Japanese Empire. Yeah, of course, we can't drive them away. But good, we got the small bunker out and the big bunker's down to half strength. And there's not many troops there too, which is good. Let's see what Naha South looks like. Oh, here's a bunch of troops and a big bunker. So I was just kind of curious to see what's there. I'll probably make a note of these to kind of know where we're going to run into some hard resistance here. Good, nice. Got a little bit of damage on the bunker. That's good. Always good to get that started. I'll come back when we have some big attacks here, but most of these I think are just kind of feeling out the defenses here in the Shuri line with these air attacks. Ooh. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Coming right back, there's a lot of stuff here. We've trapped a lot of troops in that kind of enclave there. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to break out here. Look at this. Oh my goodness, another air attack. This is Sugarloaf West. This is just to the outside of Naha. But there are so many troops here. This, I think, I'm a little bit concerned they might be able to try to push out in force, and we might not be able to stop them. But it's good to know where they are, that's for sure. It's a 24th Infantry Division headquarters, too. Shooty Hills, let's see. Oof, there's a lot of stuff here. I wouldn't be surprised if more than 50% of the remaining Japanese defenders, we've trapped them in the Shuri line with no way to get out. I wonder how their supply situation is going to be, too. Here is Shuri itself. Yes, look at this. This is as dangerous as it is. I feel like this is actually pretty good for us because we kind of know where our business is, right? So we might be able to divert more forces over here too. But anyway, I'll keep bombing them. Here is our big battle. Only a 50% chance of winning. Yeah, the bunker's in really good strength. This is that kind of the edge of the Shuri line down by where we broke through. This is going to be tough, although we've got some weakened units there, too. Oof, not much. Let's see, oh, wow, that unit got knocked down by 50%. Getting hit by mines. Okay, this is not looking pretty good for us here. Their morale is really high, sky high. Ours is pretty high, too, here. Let's see what kind of results we get here. Nice, hit the bunker a little bit. Do one more. Although this is really costing us. These Marines and Army are getting beat up pretty bad. Come on, let's get some hits here. Ooh. More in the bunker. We almost got the bunker. Oh, that unit's done. We're going to retreat. We're done. Yeah, I don't want to lose a battalion. That's where we start to really get in trouble here. What is this? I've not seen this marker here before. Do you really want to attack this fortresses? Attacking Noha North. If you lose the assault, you'll still be able to siege the fortress during the same game turn. Do not show again. This is interesting. I'm not sure what this refers to. You want to attack Naha North. Oh, so this is where I think this is Naha North, the region that we took, but the troops are holed up in the fortress. Let's try it. See what goes on here. Looks mortars. Oh, they're using mortars on us. Excellent. Okay. Okay, so I pulled a lot of troops off of here, so we'll bring more troops in the next time. Let's see what goes on here. Combat modifiers look tough. See what happens. Ooh, casualties. We did knock out the trenches, but... Oh, victory, United States. Nice. What happened? Did they retreat or did they surrender? Well, that was good. So that was this fortress here. I wondered what that little black mark is with the 0 there. That's the fortress indicator. So that means you've got to take it and then defeat the fortress inside it. Interesting. And that's kind of... There's a bunch of places like Gushi here has that. And then I think these tunnels over here have that too. So that's good. They surrendered or they left or something like that. But, all right. Okay. So lots of casualties. We got a lot of work to do. There are a ton of units in here. And I suspect they're in supply because they can kind of trace supply lines to Naha Center and to this fortress too, which is another supply area. But we've got them trapped. There's not too many places they can run. All right, air defense move. We're not going to worry about that. I don't think there's any Japanese Air Force left. I might spend this 2 replacements for Japanese 1 victory point. Yeah, we're going to spend that. We'll give that to them. That's fine. And we get our replacements here. So now we have 8. I'll go allocate these and we'll be right back. All right, I've actually burned through quite a bit of our replacements. Down here at this end of the Shuri Line, I've spent 4 of our replacement points because I'd like to assault this one again and see if we can take it. We might pound it with aircraft first, too. This is, to be honest, I think this would really help if we had naval forces here as well. And then I also shifted some reserves up here to some replacements for Naha Center because I think we want to attack the west because I think we want to attack the center pretty soon. We've beat that up pretty bad now with Air Force, so I think we can take that. So I want to get an assault there. Just basically, I don't think we have to rush, but I want us to be able to kind of keep the pressure up on these forces in here and just not give them a rest. So that's it for our replacements there. We are quickly running out. We do need to save some for emergencies, I would think, too. So turn end here. Let's see how the Japanese respond. I'm curious to see if some of these troops try to break out of the Shuri Line here. Let's see what they do. Reinforcements, mines. Okay, we'll let them do that. That's not a big deal. Yeah, so here they go. They're trying to attack here. This looks like, oh, we got 2 weakened Marine battalions here. They keep trying to break out here. I think we might just retreat and give it to them. But let's hold a little bit longer. Oh, -2. Yeah, let's retreat. We'll give it to them. I think let them come out is fine, right? We'll trade that there. So what happened? Combat engineers. Inflict 4 hits. That's a nice card. Thank you. So right here, we let those units break out. But now I'm hopeful that we can just pound them back into... I'd rather get them in the open than up here in this fortress here. So that's fine. We'll give that ground and then just try to take it back. Card draw was good for us. Now we go to our next turn. Reinforcements. Depot. I might use that depot over here in this part of the island to get a supply base so we can kind of take this without having to worry about supply, because I think we're going to run out of supply down here too. But that's it for now. Nothing else to do there. Kamikaze hits us a couple. Let's do air and naval bombardment and move, and then we get at our plans for this turn. Basically try to continue sweeping this part of the island here, this kind of chunk, this peninsula, Chinan Peninsula, and then I think we want to hit this end of the Shuri Line hard again, and then hit Naha Center again, pound everything else with air, and we want to try to knock this bubble out so that we don't get any kind of a breakout here. So we're going to have to try to divert some forces down here to try to hit this pretty hard as we possibly can. Anyway, so we'll get busy. All right, it looks a little bit like the last time, except we're kind of still pushing forward here. So if we take a look at the Shuri Line pocket here that we're trying to wipe out, I'm not going to attack this end of the island, this end of the line here. These units got beat up pretty bad, and those bunkers were pretty strong in here. So we brought in a lot of Air Force to try to weaken them first. We're hitting every place we can with Air Force, trying to hit. We've got 5 battalions trying to hit these Japanese battalions that tried to break out here, and then we're attacking in force into Naha Center, throwing a lot of forces here because we really beat that bunker up pretty bad, and there weren't many troops there. Now, hopefully the Japanese didn't move any troops in there overnight there while we were kind of moving around there. To the other part of the island, we've kind of solidified the line here, and then we pushed our armor and some battalions straight through. There was no resistance, so we've taken Gushichan here on the other side of the coast, sweeping down here with more battalions to try to get this peninsula. It does look like there's going to be some pockets of resistance down here, but I'm hopeful that we can take them with the forces that we've got. We're a little bit scattered here, so I'm a little bit concerned we might get punished here. And then over here at Tsuma, we do have some Boei-tai that have broken out. We did have some, I've got battalions kind of scattered out about the peninsula here to try to kind of capture them if those things happen. So we were able to divert 1 battalion here, and I've got another on the way, and hopefully that'll be enough to kind of wipe out that little pocket rebellion there. Not rebellion, but the uprising there. So that's it for right now. Let's go to our attacking phase here and see how we do. Let's start with that attack on Naha Center. This is a big one because I think if we can get it here, it looks like a 90% chance of win. We're not going to use our Combat Engineers card because that's going to be saving for the end there, I think. Let's bombard. Oh, nice. Good bombardment there to start. We took out half the defense left in that bunker. Hit it again. Let's get it again. Wipe the bunker out. Come on, there we go. Excellent. Naha Center is ours. We've got 75% of the city of Naha now, too. Now, I'll go through, and I think we have a lot of air attacks here, too. So we'll do those first. And then I'm just going to make some notes as we do those to kind of identify some strong points here. And then I'll be back when something interesting happens. Oh, okay. This was a mistake. We sent some Marines forward here. I thought this was a weakly defended section behind the Shuri Line. And look at this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 battalions of small bunker trenches and some boy tie with heavily defended artillery. Yeah, we're not going to use our combat engineers here, but we're going to do as minimal as we can and then get out of here. Now, their morale's kind of low, though. Look at that. It's all 3. But there are no dug-in entrenchments here. We took some casualties. I'm going to get out of here as soon as we can. I feel like we're going to get hit pretty hard here. Come on, don't hit us hard. Oof. Oh, that retreated. Yeah, let's get out of here. We've seen enough. So that's good. Okay, so now we know it's there. 3308 has got a ton of stuff. But yeah, that's much stiffer resistance than I anticipated. All right, this is that Japanese, those 2 battalions that broke out. So hopefully we can punish them. We got a lot of Air Force here. I didn't realize I sent that many. But they all missed. Come on, Air Force. Hit them. There we go. There's a hit. Boom. Good. Japanese retreated from battle, so we pushed them back. That's good. All right, that was really the only attack of note here, other than noting that these defenses in the Shuri Line here are pretty strong. We've got a lot of troops bottled up here. It's going to take a while to whittle these down for sure. And we were not able to defeat the boy tie. They retreated back into Tsuma here, so we'll have to kind of keep up the pressure on them. But we did push them back. So, and we did push that pocket back into Gushi. So inflicted some casualties there. Progress and taking Naha Center. That was a huge advancement for us because we can get this other end, Naha South, which is pretty strong. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to give our we've got 4 replacements left. I'm just going to use 2 to anything that's less than 3 now. Cause most of our troops, though, look at this. We're really beat up. We've got a ton of casualties now. I'll check to see if there's anything else that's down to 1/3 strength. But yeah, it's going to be tough for us on some of these attacks now because oh, we're down to 1 replacement. If I give everything that's down to 1/3 strength replacements, we're down to 1/3 strength. Yeah, that's taking a beating here. All right, turn in. Let's see what the Japanese does to reply. Get their card here. Oh, they're trying to break out now. Look at that. Interesting. Lots of forces here. So these 2 battalions trying to push out here. I think they've got 3 attacks going. These are pretty weak battalions. I think we're probably going to lose here. Oh, nice. We hit 2 hits on them there. Let's stick it out then and see how we do. 1 hit. All right. Let's do 1 more fight here. Nice. We held the line and inflicted some pretty heavy casualties. Good. Oh, this looks pretty suicidal for them here. They're bringing artillery out, so they're trying to break out now, huh? Maybe there's 5 morale, high morale, but we are pretty morale too here. Let's let them come at us. Nice. We can chop these guys up. Come on, guys. We got so many forces here. Oh, we're putting a big hit on them. This is good. Come on, come and get it. Nice. We wiped that whole unit out. That was good, and they retreated. We'll take that. Uh-oh, this is not good, however. They're using mortars, too. This is a big breakout here. So they're getting a little desperate, I think. I think if we retreat, do we lose our artillery? We'll fight as long as we can, but I think we're going to try to retreat here pretty soon. We're going to take... Oh, yeah, we got to get out of here. Retreat. Do we lose our artillery? Do we get to keep our artillery? I'm not sure. But, yeah, we'll we got beat up pretty bad there. So let's take a look and see what happened. They're starting tactical withdrawal before the battle starts. That would have been a nice card to have in that situation there. So here it is right here. Did we get our... Yes, we got our artillery out. So they're trying to push through here, which is fine. They tried to push through here, and we hit them pretty hard. And... Where else yeah, a couple other places where they tried to push out, but they weren't able to do so. So that's all good. What's this over here? That makes me nervous. Where did this come from? That's our land. Did they slide someone by? But we get some troops up here that have just landed on the beach, so we can slide them down and let them take care of it there. But yeah, so they're getting a little bit aggressive here. We've got these units in here, this boy tie that's creating some problems. So, okay. But anyway, I think that we'll draw a card here. We just did that. Reinforcements. Do we have any? What's this? Depot obstacles. Yeah, no, we won't use any of that stuff. We're good. And I think with that, we'll stop here. That's another roughly 6 days or so, a week of our attacks here. Okay, work to be done for sure, but we're 69 to 25. We've got them down to 78 units. So we made a big jump in the first 2 days of this one, but the next 4 days, we really only eliminated 2 Japanese units, which isn't very many. They might have got some of these boy tie, might be supplies or something like that too. This pocket's getting a little bit frisky here. We definitely want to make sure we tighten down on that. But we're doing overall, I think we're doing pretty well. I still don't know how we're going to get these Ryukyu Islands down to the south, but we've attacked. In this episode, we kind of linked our forces here, pushing towards this kind of final part of the island here in the south, and slowly trying to chop away at the Shuri Line. We did kind of take ground on both ends of it, but these defensive positions in here are going to take us a while to hammer away at. They're just pretty strong. That's where I feel like if we had the battleships, we might be able to make more progress more quickly. I feel like just relying on the Air Force, that's a little tricky. Those battleships could probably pound those bunkers pretty well. But we'll see in the next episode. Let me know what you think. We'll be back at it the 9th of May. Maybe we can kind of, yeah, I think it's going to be pretty much, can we whittle down the Shuri Line and then take this peninsula and start to tighten the noose on these tunnels over here too, without letting these kind of things happen. That's problematic. But anyway, we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching. I'll put a link to it as soon as it's ready.